Yeah, it's your boy Fist in his house. Bring another great edition of Call of Duty Ghosts from me to you, because that's what I do. Onslaught, DLC, containment. And man, if you read the stream last night, I'm going to say it right now. Fog is probably the best Call of Duty map ever made. Man, I have so much fun playing that. That is just a beast. I mean, if there is a couple other things that I could fix that I can see beyond the game itself, it's probably more you know, action with the joystick, like getting out of the way of bullets, you know, maybe taking a little bit more hits. I could see the point of enjoyment now on that. I mean, there's a lot of things little things that could make it even that much, you know, stupendous, that much greater. In like, you get a glimpse of it in the map design, like in Fog, but the mechanics of the game is kind of a little bit lacking. And that brings me to my intro segue into what I really want to talk about, and that is the final quarter standings, fourth quarter earnings report from Activision conference call. And if you don't know, Sledgehammer has been brought into the fray, so that now Call of Duty will have a rotating 3-year. It's official now. They'll have a 3-year window for each studio, and it'll be Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer has been announced that they're going to be making the next Call of Duty that comes out this fall, and it's going to be a Modern Warfare shooter. Now, a lot of people say that Treyarch's going to be making a World War II game, and that's going to come out in 2015. And I have my speculations on this, and I'm going to get to this point. So, listening to the conference call with Bobby Kotick, the CEO, Kotick, whatever. I call him Bobby Kotick. And here's the deal. Here is the real deal in a nutshell. I'm going to sum it up for you. Bobby didn't like where this company's going, and he still has faith in what he's doing. You know, Call of Duty is 46% of Activision's revenue. And they're being carried right now. And, you know, they see some light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm going to get to that too as well. But here's the whole point of this, where this is the vision, my interpretation of which direction they are going into. Bobby Kotick, you know, they had to buy back about 200 million shares, which, you know, is like $5.8 billion in assets, about 2.7 billion in cash. They had to come up with. There's 600 million outstanding shares. So their whole point, their business model is this: hurry up and pay back Vindy for buying out of Activision. And the only way that they're going to do that is to microtransaction your ass to death, or to do free games and then DLC microtransaction you. That's the fastest way that they can make money. It's not about buying the game anymore. I'm going to predict right now, you're going to hear it first in this video. You come back in 2015 on this video and remember this. I'm going to predict that Treyarch's game, and maybe even Sledgehammer's game, is going to be downloadable from the dashboard only as a free game, and everything in it you're going to have to pay for. That is my guesstimate, based on the fact that they're trying to hurry up and pay Vindy back before the ship sinks, and that they don't have to worry about overhead. Right now, they're staring at like $5 billion in debt to pay off buying back shares to get the 24% share that they hold in Activision. Bobby Kotick and the other guy, they only hold 24%, but that's the majority shareholder. There's 660 million shares out there. Somebody could come in and like take the company over from Bobby's direction easily if they had the money. But here's the point. You know, they're hurrying up and trying to pay off Vindy so they can move forward. And how are they going to do that? They're going to microtransaction and DLC your ass. That's what's going to happen. And so basically, with that vision and model in mind, the only way that they can get that type of money out of you is if they have DLC and microtransactions from free games. And it's not only this their Call of Duty game, which makes up 46% of their total revenue, but it's all their World at War, Hearthstone, everything that's coming mobile and blah blah blah. The bottom line is that Skylanders made a $2 billion profit, whereas Call of Duty failed in every aspect and is being carried. Now, you ask, well, why don't they just cut Call of Duty out? I mean, that's 46% of their business. So now they're taking a huge gamble and bringing on another studio and then having a completely new studio work on it and banking on Destiny. I'm going to cover more of this in my Fisticuffs 2 channel if you want to hear some more about this. It's very interesting stuff. Anyways, I'm going to cover some quotes too as well. So check me out. Links below. Until next time, it's your boy Fist. Peace. I'm out.